Hey guys, Phoenix and Reagle here from the Part-Time Nerd, bringing you another one of Reagle's builds today. Blah blah. One of Reagle's builds today. I got this. Don't worry, Reagle. I got
I,
this.
I'm I'm trusting in you because this is like the handoff, man.
It was terrible. Don't worry. It's failed. Just go. Just go.
Okay, I'm just gonna go. Yeah. So we're gonna start off just like my last build. You might have seen the Necromancer, or maybe you didn't because you just went, oh, I want to see that awesome warrior. And we're gonna start off with the armor and the focus of this build. Now, a lot of warriors when they see, if you look at my armor, berserker build, right? You're thinking, hey, I got all this berserker armor. I've got these all stat runes that just give me that little bit of a difference. It's not quite the ruby, but still pretty berserker based. Not true. My build's focus is actually all about the critical damage and critical chance. I actually sacrifice some power to do such things. Now, you've already seen I've got Divinity Runes. That all stat's really nice, and I couldn't really find one of those unique ones with the 6th ability that was really worth having over more stats. Way over here, Berserker. Not quite. My back brace, as well as my amulet, is power toughness crit, and the reason for this is that little bit of extra survivability I find just lets me stay alive a little bit longer, despite Phoenix telling me I'm a tissue paper warrior.
Actually, to side note for our viewers, he changed it when we nicknamed him the Tissue Paper Warrior. He got sick of the nickname because we were picking him up every 15 seconds. He's like, "That's it. I'm getting some survivability," and he did. It was awesome.
A little extra 200 survivability actually made a huge difference, and you'll see in my trait lines, from my skills, that there's a little more survivability within there too from one of the signets. Anyway, we're going to move right on to the weapons here. Axes. Axes are one of my favorite weapons. I just found them really fun and exciting from the beginning, and it's pretty straightforward. They do damage throughout all of their stuff. Actually, they do a ton of vulnerability, and not only from its second ability, but you'll see in my offhand there's some vulnerability in there. But the other biggest thing about axes is that they have a 180-degree swing, which means you're hitting a lot of enemies, but you're still doing a lot of focus damage to one if that's all you're fighting.
Which is kind of funny because his half the animations are him just chopping down. For some reason, he's hitting everyone around him. I don't get it, but it's awesome.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, so the offhand's a mace. Again, we're applying vulnerability, and often, because if you notice, we got a whole bunch of weapons up here, I switched this one to the offhand axe as well, because I like to spin, right? We got that whirling spin. Sweet.
Oh, yeah? I'm going to get my spinner thing on here. Oh, damn it. Got it. Okay, go.
Okay. I even recorded it a little bit for you.
There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome. And now we're gonna swap weapons. We've got oh my god, this is the rifle. Jeez. Guys, this is the rifle, and I use the rifle because it's got 1200 range. It's just like the Necromancer, it hits really far. It's good for single target, and that kill shot, man. When I use that kill shot, it's gonna be a 100% guaranteed critical hit every time. I know it says 67% up there right now. Once I put on my buffs and whatnot, you'll see that goes up to near 100%. Switching up to traits next. Traits. There we go. Yeah, so traits, it's pretty obvious that I'm not a power build because I've only got a little bit into the power line.
Nice.
Now, the only reason I have anything in the power line is because I gotta put those 10s somewhere, and I don't really need any more vitality. 20,000 health is actually pretty good. Lets me stay alive pretty decently. And this first ability is too awesome. An extra 5% damage as long as I've got an offhand weapon. Because that's basically what it's saying. The only thing that it doesn't work towards is if you're holding a shield, and we're doing damage, so we're not protecting ourselves here.
Yeah. I haven't seen too many warriors pull off shield builds. I've seen a couple, but for the most part, they like having that additional weapon with the additional utilities.
Yeah, check out the structured PvP at some time, though. There's some sweet shield builds in there.
Oh, there might be. I haven't done too much PvP. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Not a problem at all. Yeah. We're going to move on to the next part of the traits line, which is arms. This is all about the precision and condition damage. Now, the condition damage I'm not using this one for. I'm actually using it for the precision. And this is because we're trying to bump up that chance to critical hits. If you notice, very first thing in here, 33% chance to cause vulnerability on a critical hit. Well, if every one of my hits is a guaranteed critical and my axe hits 6 times, that means it's activating 2 out of every 3 times my auto attack goes through. That's a lot of vulnerability.
Hey, that's a good thing for your group as well, because the more stacks of vuln you're adding, the more damage the rest of us are doing.
No kidding. Moving further up the line, we've got gain plus 40%, or plus 40%, that'd be nice. Plus 40 precision for each unused signet you have equipped. What this actually equates to is about 2% chance to crit for every signet that's not activated, except for the Signet of Fury that provides precision itself. That one comes about 5-6%. Again, this build is all about numbers, lots and lots of math. We like math as long as it's useful to us.
You liked math.
I love math.
Oh God. Going on.
Yeah. Moving further up, we've got our last chance, and this ability, as much as it looks like it's more attack, because your opponent's below 25% health, you're going to do that quickness attack faster. I actually use it more defensively. It's most often is activating when I'm down, and I'm going to go into vengeance or the like. If it activates during a fight, well, fine, whatever. But in most cases, it's more there to save my life. Now, way down at the bottom, critical damage and burst recharge rate. Now, the burst recharge, great, we have it. We build adrenaline so quickly, it actually helps. And the critical damage, well, if we have guaranteed critical hits, we want that damage. Moving up the line, we've got Signet Mastery. If we're using all Signets, or just about, then might as well have them recharge 20% faster. Even further up the line. Now, this is my favorite skill, probably. 100% chance to rally when you kill someone while in vengeance.
That's probably why they hear you panic whenever you go down our videos. I vengeance! Kill something, god damn it!
Oh yeah. This thing saved my life numerous times. And this is great for single too. If you're having trouble, you're up against 1, even 2, even 3 veterans, you can take them down with vengeance, because once you're down, you knock them down from that stun ability, and then you get back up and you finish them off. It's sexy. I use this one in structured PvP too all the time. It's really entertaining.
Yeah, I was on Skype with you the other day. You were laughing your ass off. I said, nice fight, as she was about to finish you off, and then you got back up and finished them off.
Yep. It's so funny. He was good-natured about it. And finally, up at the top here, again, we're looking for that critical chance. Here's what I was talking about, where that 67% really isn't the truth. If I have maximum adrenaline, I get another 15% chance to crit. Doing more math, that puts our number up to 80%, or just shy of that. I can get near permanence, and we're going to close this for a second. Near permanent fury. That adds another 20%. That's like 97 to 100% chance to crit every single hit. Now, finally, we're gonna go to the skills, because you've noticed I just activated one, and that's because this build is reliant on its signets for a lot of things. The very last one, Signet of Rage. I use this one all the time. Phoenix is jealous because I pretty much have permanent swiftness with this, which makes me run around all the time.
Well,
But
listen,
yeah,
if I could do it, I'd do it, but I can't.
but yeah, it's definitely that fury. 30 seconds of fury, and then the cooldown is 48 seconds. I mean, there's only like 18 seconds that you don't have fury.
Not even, because then you also have your axes, which give you fury too, which you're stacking on top of that. So for most of the part, you have fury your whole cooldown, I notice, in combat most of the time.
Absolutely. The axe is offhand. That one has another 6 seconds of fury, and that means I only have like 12, even less than that, of time where I don't have fury. And if any party member gives me fury, then it's just permanent.
It's awesome.
Moving down the traits here, we have the Daliac Signet. Again, that's this tissue paper warrior. We're trying to break that out. We don't want to die, because if we're dead, we can't do our damage. And this one reduces incoming damage. It's different from the Guardian, where instead of reducing your opponent's damage, it just increases your toughness. It's about 200. If I take it off or burst it,
I think it's 180. It's the same as the Rangers, I believe. I think it's 180 toughness.
Yeah. Very good. And as we move down, finally the Signet of Might. I find myself bursting this one quite often, just depending on the opponent, because there's a lot of dudes that have block abilities, and this makes them unblockable. We want to get that damage through, especially if we want to get like our F1 or Eviscerate or that kill shot through. The unblockable just makes sure that it gets through. Finally, makes plain and simple, Signet of Fury. It improves our precision. I never burst this one, because we're gaining adrenaline so quickly anyway that bursting it makes no sense.
You're there for the crit chance, or it's there for the crit chance.
Exactly. And to stay alive, I've taken Healing Surge, just because it actually has the biggest heal. It heals for 9,910 health, which is half my health. That's a huge amount. Of course, you have to have maximum adrenaline, so making the decision of whether to use it to gain adrenaline or to use it for its healing purpose is one that you have to make within the fight, but it's way better than the Signet, where that only heals you for 3,000 if you burst it, and only 400 per tick for its little healing. It's definitely way better.
Yeah. It's dependent on builds too. Like some more ranged classes I see use the Signet as well, because they get that extra precision for it, because they're using just the rifle. So it's situation dependent, but that's the beauty of these builds. You can switch them on the fly.
Absolutely. I love getting on top of my opponents with those axes, so I like to have the heal. And of course, the thing is if your heal's on cooldown, that's when I'm switching over to my rifle, because it's not safe to fight in melee.
It's
when
not
you're
a
on
good.
the
And we've lectured you about it. Reagle, stop it.
game. And yes, I've absolutely been lectured about it. Anyway, so that's my build. It's a little different from the full Berserker build. It's got a little bit of toughness in there, but it's pretty straightforward.
Sort of spin off. It makes it your own, for sure, for sure. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching another one of our host build videos. We're gonna bring you more of Regal's characters coming up. So I believe what's the next one we're taking on Regal?
We'll go to the Mesmer next.
All right, Mesmer next, guys. Check back at our channel for more vids.